Grew up in Manchester, a really chaotic lifestyle, really chaotic family. My dad was chronic paranoid schizophrenic, really violent. He used to beat my mum really bad, stabbed my mum, he shot my mum, he hung my mum off the flats. And he ended up getting sectioned under the mental health act and spent nearly 30 years in Ashworth Hospital. My early memories are going around different women's refuge when I was a kid and moving from one place to another, and all these things that had happened in my young life, I couldn't really cope with it. So I started to smoke weed, I started to drink, I started to take acid. I ended up like leaving home. I'd come back once every 2 weeks. I'd just go out on the estate, come back, climb through the window, get a change of clothes, and I'd be off again. I got to about 12, 13, I started injecting amphetamines. I used to stay up for weeks and end on this stuff. Then I found heroin, started taking heroin, and it just took away all the pain of all the previous stuff that had happened. When I got to about 15 years of age, started taking crack, I become really violent, yeah. And because I hated myself, I hated the person that I was, I hated what had gone on previously in my life, that all come out in my violence. I used to work people and I'd feel really good, but then I'd go into depression, then I'd feel really bad for what I've done to him, and then I'd go even deeper into depression, then I'd come out of it and just keep repeating the cycle. The next 20 years I'd have just days of prison. I was in and out of prison constantly. I think I've done 15 years plus in prisons. I'd just go to jail, it was a pause button in my life, and then I'd get released and I'd just carry on doing what I was doing. I didn't see my family, I didn't see my friends, I was just a one-man band walking about doing what I was doing. I hated the world and I thought the world hated me.
Aspire Oxford runs its own social enterprises in painting and decorating, grounds maintenance and recycling. And these social enterprises provide a platform for men and women who have overcome real adversity in their lives, including those who have a recent offending history, and it provides them with the opportunity to get real work experience and get their lives back on track.
People come from a variety of different backgrounds, whether it be a history of homelessness, a history of substance abuse, or with an offending history.
I'm really proud of all the guys that come in here. I think they're amazing. You know, they've had a really long, hard struggle, and this is sort of the end result for them. This is their next step, this is their next move on.
Well, I joined Aspire 3 weeks ago, and it's the best thing I've ever done. Everyone is equal. No one gets treated any differently. We all work together, we're a team. It actually builds you and makes you better towards looking for a job. It gives you a lot of confidence.
The important thing is to get people back to work by putting them in the position of going to work every morning and coming back every afternoon. A very simple proposition of spending 8 hours working and feeling good about yourself at the end of the day.
When I first come working at Aspire, I had no computer skills, I had no office skills. When the first day I come here, they put a laptop in front of me, I come out in a cold sweat, I didn't even know how to turn it on. But my team who I work with was really supportive, they taught me all the basics. Because Aspire didn't take me for my office skills, Aspire took me for my life experience, and now I know people.
I want to make a real difference, a real social difference. I know our partnership with Aspire is really beginning to address that. I don't necessarily just see Aspire coming and providing the service, and what service they do provide is fantastic, second to none. It's what sits behind that that's really important to us. I've seen Aspire guys come here, perhaps lacking confidence, didn't know the staff they're here. Within weeks, you can just see them grow their self-esteem, their confidence, and become part of the workforce here. It's about establishing relationships, building up that one-to-one relationship.
We've found that the product we offer is that good that we can now compete with any company on a commercial level. And so I like to think that not only are they getting their social responsibility bite, but they're also getting a very good deal and a very good job.
Aspire has been accepted outside in the community, and that leads on to the fact that our guys are being accepted outside in the community. So when our customers look at us, they don't look at the fact that we're supporting ex-offenders or ex-addicts or people with mental health problems. They are looking at the fact that we're supporting volunteers, and those volunteers can do just as good a job as Fred Bloggs down the road.
What an employer wants is someone that can do the job and do it well. And coming here teaches you to go out, do a day's work and do it properly. And once you get into the swing of that and people know that you're ready, then Aspire has all these links with employees that are willing to take on ex-offenders and are willing to look past that and be like, well, this is a person that can do a job. And that's where Aspire really is key in that transition between not doing any kind of work-based stuff to doing a few days work a week, whatever it is you start off doing, bring it up to maybe 3 to 4 days a week so you're really used to the whole 9 to 5, if you like, and then they put you in contact with an employer that is willing to treat you like a human.
Nobody should be tarnished with a mistake forever if they have a fundamental belief that they want to change.
All the lads and the women that attend here, a lot of them have burnt the bridges, yeah, they've got no family, they've got no friends left, yeah, they're living in the hostels, they've lost everything.
I think that by doing things for other people, we fundamentally see what our own value is, and by doing more good things, we fundamentally change our views of ourselves in a very positive way.
Because you won't be judged when you come to Aspire, no one's going to look down at you, because everyone who comes through this door comes through on a voluntary basis. Everyone wants the end goal.
I've been out of employment nearly a year now due to alcohol dependency and breakup of relationships, depression, so forth. And I first heard of Aspire when they come to one of the group meetings I used to attend, similar to AA. So I come along and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Since I've been here, I've been organising charity events and it gives you the confidence to get back into work. Hence, I've actually got an interview on the 14th of April, so it is working.
People do business with people, and the management of Aspire have been very easy to get on with. The people that come here to work for Aspire, we don't know who they are or what the background is. Our main requirement is to get the place painted, but obviously we do talk to Aspire and find out what they're doing about the social benefits of sort of dealing with people with issues to do with drugs or offending or homelessness, that kind of thing. And we're very keen to be part of the journey to improve their lot, to give them a credible employment to put on their CVs and get future work from that.
I went from like literally thinking my life was over, thought there's no hope for me to have any kind of future, I'm just going to rot somewhere, no one's going to care. I went from that to like into paid employment, you know, self-worth, everything else. It isn't just about, yeah, I've got a job now.
It's given me a purpose again. You're getting out of bed in the morning, doing something productive with your day, you know, going home at night thinking, you know, you've done something good, you've learned something, your life is moving forward again. You know, I've made a lot of good friends as well. Moved away from a group of social friends that was not always good for me to people trying to build better lives for themselves, get through recovery, learn new things and get back to a better way of life.
We're not really living in a caring world anymore. If you can get involved, ex-offenders and that, with somebody like Aspire, they can do a hell of a lot for you. I think I've given quite a bit back, and it's really nice giving the stuff back as well. We do a lot of charity events. We've got a Kenya project coming up which I'm part of. Hence, I've had all my hair, it needs an haircut now, but I've had it shaved off. I've got to keep that now till November, and I've already been pledged about £90. So, and last weekend we done the Poo Stick Championships, volunteered there, and I found it a great sense of achievement actually, because I actually stood on the line, and when the winning one came over, I was the one that said what won. You know, that's quite a privilege actually. And if it wasn't for Aspire, I wouldn't have built up my confidence again to do anything like that. So. Yeah, they've done me really good. Plus there's lots of certificates and qualifications you can get to eventually get back out to work and back into mainstream.
If you've got that confidence and belief in yourself, you know, there's opportunities out there and doors will open. It shows that, you know, there's people out there, they're willing to work, they want to be productive, give back to society, and it's not all about the money. That makes you feel good at the end of the day. Aspire have helped me, set me up with contacts, courses, etc. And at the same time, I do my best to be reliable and productive and do my bit for the team.
The biggest thing for me is seeing someone come through the door pretty broken, full of attitude, behaviours, beliefs, and then a few months down the line we get them into employment, and then we see them walking down the street, happy, a big smile on the face, money in the pocket, they've got their own place, they've got a girlfriend, they've got access to the kids again, and then they come back into our office and sit there and have a chat with us, as not as a client no more, as an equal, yeah, and that is gold dust for me. gold dust.
It's the mixture of some members of staff that have had that lifestyle skill through drug use or alcohol use, and prison. And the fact that the guys want to change, they want to move forward with their lives. And I think it's sort of the special touches. You know, we go that extra mile for the guys.
The people on the other end of the benefits line, they've probably never been on benefits. You know, the people walking around in the hostels doing whatever, they've probably never lived in a hostel, whereas here people are real and they can actually understand, and that's really important. When someone knows, they don't say, I know how you feel, they help you deal with it, and that's the difference.
The fundamental reason that Aspire works comes down to the idea that people come and they do real work and real impactful work. The actions that we take during the day is a fundamental aspect of what our identity is, who we see ourselves as.
Aspire Oxford is a powerful example demonstrating that you can do good business as well as doing good in the community. They're not mutually exclusive. Not only do we run profitable businesses that we reinvest back into the charity, we also generate outstanding social impact across the county, and that benefits the men and women who are here as well as the local residents of Oxfordshire.
So, as an addict or a criminal, going out, taking drugs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, grafting, selling the stuff, then going to buy your drugs, that takes a lot of dedication and commitment. When we turn that around, when we've had enough and we put that into a positive light, like work, from always being put down and always feeling bad about themselves, when they go out onto a job and it comes to the end of a day and they see the work that they've achieved, we shine.